Hi everybody, today we're doing Love and Hip Hop Season 2, Episode 1 and 2 review. We're going to start off with Mama Jones going into this man's record studio to record this song to Chrissy. Her and Chrissy haven't been getting along, I guess, since forever. I guess she looks at it as she's losing her baby boy and she don't want to do that. But if she keep on acting crazy like that, she going to lose him anyway. So we gonna skip over to Jim and Christy. They go to the juror because he done lost his engagement ring. She got him last season. So they getting him a new one. I don't know why he needs a second ring. She should have been like, well, hey, since you can't seem to keep up or, can't stop losing your engagement ring, go ahead and get me one. But she ended up getting her some earrings, which she calls painkillers, because she can't get what she wants right now, and this will dull the pain until she gets what she wants, I guess. We're going to move over to Olivia. She's still trying to make it in the music industry, but she's trying to make the money too high. She wants $500,000, so it's like, we can give you $250,000. That's about it. We ain't getting you. I mean, you can sing all right. You had a couple of hit songs, but you ain't worth that $500,000 yet. So you need to sit down somewhere. But she's like, no, I think I need this. So we're gonna see how that happens. We're gonna move over to Yandy. She's doing a little launch party for her. She's having a jewelry line. So she's like, okay, hey, invite all the girls out. She invites this new girl in, Kimbella, and Kimbella gets her, and she's like, oh my goodness. She was looking over at Emily. She's like, I used to date Fab 3 years ago. And Yandy's like, uh-oh. She was doing the math in her head like, yo, Fab and Emily been together 8 years, so this ain't gonna work out right. I can already see what's gonna happen, and it's not gonna be good. Speaking of Emily, we gonna get over to her. She's speaking to her daughter like, hey, me and Fab can't be together no more. He don't respect her. He don't acknowledge her. And he's been cheating on her, so she's like, basically, I gotta go. But she didn't say that to her daughter. She's like, I love him, but I can't be with him right now. She's like, well, Mommy, if you love him, then why are you leaving? And he's like, well, love isn't always enough, baby, so we gotta go. So she has her little independent party, invites Christy, Olivia, Samaya, Yandy, and Yandy brings in Kimbella. So they all sitting there talking, having a drink or two, and everybody was saying how it's good that, becoming independent and, being your own woman and, not standing for that anymore. And Kimbella goes in to put her 2 cents in. She's like, and I think it's good you're leaving, Kim. And it was weird because, she don't know Emily like that to be saying, I'm glad you leaving him. She's like, I'm glad you're leaving him, and that's good for you. And I just wanted to let you know that I dated Fab 3 years ago. And Emily was looking like, really? You gonna come to me with this? And Christy's looking like, I'm gonna kill that girl. And Olivia's looking like, what? And Samaya was sitting next to Kimbella. As soon as she heard that, she got up and walked right over there next to Christy because she already, in her head, calculated, I know it's going to take this much time for Christy to blow over, and I do not want to be in the mix of that when it happens. So Kimbella and Christy get to arguing. I don't know what Kimbella, I guess she ain't never been around Christy or know how her temper is, so Christy sits down. She's like, I'm cool. She's like, matter of fact, I need you to give me some air. So he's like, okay. She walks by and hits her twice in the head. The girl knock off her where she was sitting at. Leg fly in the air. She was kicking Christy. Got a piece of Christy's weave came out. She got stomped on the girl. I was like, oh my goodness. And everybody's looking like, oh my goodness, Christy, stop. And Emily's looking like, oh my goodness, why is this happening? And everybody's like, if Emily was okay with it, why would you do something about it? But Emily was like, yeah, you look like the type that would be sleeping with Fab. And girls looking like, what? But everybody's like, dang, Chris, you shouldn't have done that. So that was basically in episode 1. Episode 2 starts off, Chrissy's like, hey, Jim. We was at Emily's house last night because she was having her little celebration, independence celebration, and Kimbella was there. And Kimbella is dating and is Joel Santana's mother of his child. And he's also good friends with Jim Jones and Christy. So she was like, we was talking, and Kim Bella's like, hey, I dated Fab 3 years ago, and Jim was like, she didn't take into consideration how this gonna affect Jewel. And she was like, no. She was like, and we was talking, and I hit her. And he was like, what? It's like, she was like, I hit her. I can't take it back. I did it. That's how I felt at the time. So, what you want me to do about it? And he was like, she's like, I don't want to mess this up between you and Jewel, because, y'all good friends, and I love y'all both, but I can't stand his girlfriend. So, we're going to move over to Samaya. Samaya, she's trying to, get her little dance group together so she can perform in front of this investor. So, she goes to rehearsal. There's not the dancer she wants, so her and her manager get into it. She goes to see Emily. It's like, hey, I need some costumes. I want to look like a Mexican restaurant when I'm up there. So Emily gets her some really cute outfits together, but she's like, no, this ain't really it. Then she was fighting with her manager at her house. Fired him. He quit all in one. Then we're going to go over to Emily, meets up with Kim Bella, and she was like, you were just, one of the many girls Fab slept with. And she's like, well, now you're in a situation where you're dating somebody who's in the music industry, and all these women throwing their stuff at your man. So you're going to get a taste of your own medicine, basically. So we're going to leave it at that. Then Christy and Emily, they meet up together. She's like, girl, I'm sorry for all that happening. I don't know if something just came over me and I just hit the girl. And she's like, it's okay. I enjoyed it. I'm glad you did. I was like, oh my goodness. So, Samaya was going to invite all the girls to see her perform, and Emily's like, not Emily, but Olivia's like, no, that's okay. We ain't cool like that, so I'm not going to go. But she ended up going anyway. Samaya gets up there to perform, and her first outfit was really cute. Then she changes some black outfit, and I don't know if it didn't fit and she didn't button up her pants, or they just popped open her butt. But she's on the stage dancing, and her pants just are like open, exposed, showing skin, and she's like, I guess she didn't notice it because somebody in the audience was like pointing like, hey girl, your pants ain't zipped up. And she looked down, but she kept on with her performance, because she's like, when you performing, you can't stop, pick up a shoe, you gotta keep on going. Sorry, my allergies are acting up, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. We're gonna move over to Christy and Yandy are talking, and she was like, they sitting there, and I guess that beat to where Mama Jones' video came on, and Yandy got up dancing, and Christy was like, really? You dancing to that song? You know how I feel about that woman? You disrespecting me right now. And she was like, what? And Olivia's like, she, managing everybody right now. And she's like, are you managing Samaya? She's like, there's been word of it. Are you managing Kimberly? There's been talk of it. And she's like, the person you're managing that lives in my house ain't feeling this right now. And she's like, her and Yandy, they just got into this really big fight. I don't remember what it was all about, but basically had to do with her trying to manage everybody and calling the people that she managed her money. And, I'm saying, Christy, she's like, the way you saying it just don't sit well with me. You always referring to them as my money. So we're going to see what's going to happen between them. So that was basically the gist of the 2 episodes. If I forget anything, do a comment, do the response. And like always, I want you to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.